All right, everybody, great to see you. I'm WTOL11 Chief Meteorologist Chris Vickers as we have yet another Thursday morning that is going to feature impactful wintry weather and the potential of some school delays, some travel delays, and some tricky travel. Now, I'll be very clear about this one as we appreciate you joining us here on WTOL 11 Plus, on our WTOL 11 YouTube page, and as we've got now a decent amount of people watching, so continue to chime on in as we welcome you in. So what are we expecting with the snow Thursday morning? Not a major impact, but it will be impactful to travel. On a scale of 1 to 5, that's kind of an easy way to rate this one. It's about a 2 out of 5. So we are going to get some snow, around an inch of snow expected by about 7 to 8 a.m. The thing is, though, it's so cold out there with temperatures in the teens, this snow is going to stick almost immediately. So it will stick to roadways, untreated roadways, driveways, sidewalks, parking lots. So I do anticipate that there's going to be tricky travel, especially where these untreated roads do persist. An additional ½ inch to an inch that will be possible. Then through Thursday mid-morning through early afternoon, they could put a few areas up to around 2 inches of total accumulation. Now, we're here, WTOL 11 weather team, putting ahead this alert day, letting you know impactful weather is going to be unfolding as we get into Thursday morning. It's really great to be able to give you that advance notice. If there's any delays, you're going to hear about it first on WTOL 11 with that exclusive school delay hotspot map, so keep that in mind. That alert day is really going to kick into gear, as you saw right there. After midnight, it's when that snow really going to begin to pick up. Steady, light snow that's going to be occurring across the area. Temperatures in the teens. Look at how cold it's going to be. You'll step out the door. We may be close to about 0 with the wind chill and factor in about an inch of snow by daybreak. You kind of get the point. It's more the timing of this, not necessarily the amount. So let's go forward with the timing. Rest of the evening tonight, we're going to be fairly dry till about 11 o'clock, south and west of the Toledo Metro. That's where we're initially going to get some of that snow. It's going to come into the area. Light snow will pick up through midnight through about 2 a.m., and that steady light snow that will continue across the area will bring some impacts to morning travel. 4 to 6 a.m., still under the midst of that light snow that will bring accumulations of around an inch by daybreak. Be alert to some slippery travel that is going to be anticipated. Now, unlike the prior events that came through Wednesday into Thursday, last week and the week before, it was messy. They brought ice and they brought sleet and they brought rain and snow, and it was just kind of blah, right? This is all going to be in the form of snow, light, fluffy snow that will create slippery travel. So we don't have to worry about ice if we have the silver lining on this one. A bit of good news with that. Light snow showers through mid-morning will taper off slowly into the afternoon, but still expecting some accumulations. I'm checking over here, not ignoring you. We've got WTOL 11 Plus all fired up and ready to go. We appreciate you joining us exclusively on WTOL 11 Plus, but I'm also checking our YouTube page with the live stream. If you happen to have a question and you're on YouTube, I'm going to be monitoring some of those questions, so go ahead and you can respond and comment. If we've got those comments ready to go, I think they're active. Can't really tell from here, but I can see the live stream going on. Anyway, if you're able to comment in there, would love to hear from you as well. Let me know where you're watching from. And if you're on WTOL 11 Plus, I trust that you are enjoying this connection and this feature that we offer. Tonight on WTOL 11 News at 11 p.m., I will have an update to these snow accumulation numbers. New data will come in just prior to the 11 o'clock show. So if you want to set that TV, that dial to WTOL 11 right now, I'll be covering this tonight on WTOL 11 at 11 p.m. Here's what expecting from midnight to 7 a.m., around an inch of an accumulation. So it's not going to be the heaviest of snow, but still, that snow-covered roads, that snow-covered sidewalks, parking lots, where they're not treated, they are going to be slippery. And even where they are treated, with the salt not quite as effective with temperatures in the low to mid-teens. Additional light snow, and again, not a huge deal, but it will be impactful. Through Thursday afternoon and evening will put us right around 1 to 2 inches of snow for most areas is what we're going to be anticipating. So more snow. Yes, we get it again. A Wednesday night and a Thursday, our third straight Thursday. And I know moms and dads are saying, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do this again with the kids. If there's delays or issues with school, Obviously, first and foremost, we want the kids to be safe. So superintendents will be out there early in the morning, keeping a close eye on roads and slippery spots, and any delays or cancellations will come in, and you'll hear about it first on WTOL 11. Part of the reason why we've got that really awesome exclusive school delay hotspot map. Stay with me on this one. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So we're going to be able to pinpoint exactly where we have delays. We don't have any right now. We don't expect we have any right now. This isn't one of those types of systems that the school districts get out in advance of. But you are only going to see this on WTOL 11. Only weather team in town that has this type of technology to pinpoint school districts one by one where we have the delays and closures. As it stands now, 101 of our districts scheduled to be on time. No delays, no closures. That very well could be changing in the morning, and you'll count on only the WTOL 11 weather team. I appreciate your trust in the technology that we have and the weather forecasting that we provide for you. It may not look like a ton on radar, and to be honest, it's not, but we do have a system that is just beginning to develop. A little swirl in the atmosphere, and if you look really close, this is the area that is seeing that little swirl in the atmosphere, and that is going to be driving some snow chances that are coming out of central Illinois right up into our area, northwest Ohio, as we go overnight tonight. So that snow will begin to pick up as we go through midnight. It is winter, so yes, we get the snow that's going to be falling across the area. Not unusual, so do count on snow that will come into the area. But this is the piece of energy that's moving right now out of Illinois and Indiana, and you can watch almost really close this little pinwheel circulation in the clouds. There's some lift in the atmosphere that's occurring right across the central Indiana, and that is why those snow showers are just beginning to blossom up and will continue to do so. So again, how much snow are we expecting with the hour-by-hour accumulation forecast? Between midnight and about 7 a.m., we're expecting up to around an inch of an accumulation. We'll toss some additional accumulation beyond that through the afternoon and early evening. All totaled 1 to 2 inches of snow that will be possible. So one of the bigger concerns is going to be that bus stop forecast. You could count on this forecast. Light snow will be occurring most areas during that bus stop pickup time. 6:30 to 8:30 is when most districts see their pickup time as it's scheduled now, on time, but no delays, no closures. I have a hunch that we're going to get some impacts to travel, which is why we jumped ahead and issued that alert day. Through the afternoon, I do expect conditions will improve as far as travel. May still see some flurries or light snow showers, but the vast majority of our accumulating snow likely to be done with. So we can pinpoint only the alert out there for Thursday morning. And it should be allowed to expire as we go through midday and as accumulations begin to wane into the afternoon. Not going to be quite as cold Friday, but still a chilly feeling February day, 28 degrees. Some sun returns more into Saturday, 30, and then warming up. Relatively speaking, I guess, 34 degrees as we get into Sunday. 10-day forecast. It's 28 Friday, 30s return into the weekend. Mid to upper 30s. Here's the deal about this, though. Gloomy, rain, snow mix that will be possible early next week. Not a big storm system as it stands right now. I think for the most part that's going to keep us from reaching 40 till about Wednesday, where we could head toward 40. It may feel like a heat wave. We've been in the teens the past few days. We'll be about 20 to 25 degrees warmer as we go into the middle of next week. And then rain, snow mix Thursday into Friday. I am going to keep an eye on that system. One, we've had alert days really essentially Thursday after Thursday the entire month. Weather could be a little cyclical like that, and it does appear that there's another storm system being spit out by some of the computer models as we go through the end of next week that could, again, have some impacts to the area. Far too early to tell, but at least a little moderation in our temperatures, 10-day trend that does take us back at least closer to average. But now we've got early March in sight. Is that exciting? March 1st out there toward the end of the 10-day forecast, 34 degrees, the high on the first day of March. So several things that we've run through so far. Appreciate everybody that's been joining us on WTOL 11 Plus. I'll give one more quick run through fairly quickly on this. Again, not a huge impact. Widespread 1 inch by about 7 a.m. and then could get an additional half an inch to an inch on top of that. So most of this with our alert day does include a snow that will come in after midnight, or at least by midnight in some areas off to the south and west. We could pinpoint really down to the hour when we're going to kick that alert into gear. It'll be midnight through about noon tomorrow is what we're going to say. Just be cautious of slippery travel. We'll drop back into the teens. So a few things that I said about this. Remember, salt isn't quite as effective when it's this cold. So even where we treat parking lots and sidewalks, it may briefly melt some of the snow, turn it to melt the ice and snow, turn it to water. That could refreeze with the impacts of the really cold weather that we have. It should be a steady, light snow from around midnight through mid-morning tomorrow, accumulating to about an inch of an accumulation. Some areas could end up 1.5 inches. Close to 2 inches possible by the time it's all said and done late Thursday. Here's a steadier the snow after midnight. Once again, hour by hour details, sort of the bread and butter of what's going on, so you can plan how this weather may be impacting your morning. If you're just going ahead and setting that alarm for that early wake up tomorrow, 4 or 5, 6 a.m., it's going to be snowing across the area. Good bet on that. Light snow, not a real heavy accumulation, but slippery travel with up to 1 inch that will be possible as we get toward daybreak. Light on and off snow showers continue through mid-morning that will taper off lunchtime and into the afternoon, with the vast majority of our accumulation done before noon. So here's the hour by hour forecast. Again, by about noon, right around 1 inch of an or 7 a.m. rather, right around 1 inch of an accumulation. By noon, there's where we get closer to 1.5 inches. Some spots south of Toledo. Looking down toward Findlay, you may be close to about 2 inches of a total accumulation. So for most, it's around 1 inch, not a major storm, but slick roads will be possible. And again, widen the picture out, it's not anything that's really showing up widespread on radar yet, but this is the system that's kind of pivoting through the lower Great Lakes, that sort of pinwheel circulation where we're kind of seeing those clouds rotate in a counterclockwise direction. A very weak area of low pressure that's going to be developing right there in that area that's going to be sparking up those snow chances. So snow is beginning to develop. You'll see that here on Doppler radar across central Indiana. Get some reports of that beginning to reach the ground, and that will continue to track out of Indiana and into northwest Ohio. Be prepared for it. It's going to look like winter. It's going to act like winter on this February night. Here's again a look at hour by hour accumulations. Around 1 inch by daybreak, could throw an additional 1/2 inch, perhaps up to 1 inch on top of all that. And bus stop forecast, light snow, fairly good bet at this point. No delays or closures, but I mentioned we've got that exclusive school delay hotspot map that we will monitor that as we go through tomorrow morning. Make sure you tune in. Meteorologist Ryan Weekman, he's the go-to guy in the morning, the school closing guru, the best in town. So make sure you check out Ryan Weekman. I tell you, the guy's incredible. He will be down to the district that gets a delay or closure, only in a way that you'll see it on WTOL 11. Some flurries into the afternoon. Either way, I digress. So very thankful for a wonderful weather team. Alert day early Thursday, and that alert day will fade into the afternoon as those snow showers do taper off. Going to see a slight warming trend. Yeah, remember back into the 30s, could nip 40 degrees as we go toward next week. It has been a pleasure being along with you. If you've been joining us here on WTOL 11 Plus, I really hope you enjoy and you love this free service that we provide for you, a way to stay connected outside of general TV hours. If you're here on YouTube, we've had so many people that have been streaming this live. I appreciate the confidence and sticking along with us through what's been some repeated wintry weather across the area. It's been great to be with you once again on behalf of the WTOL 11 weather team. This is Chief Meteorologist Chris Vickers. I will have live updates, both, of course, on our WTOL 11 weather app. I'll be sending you updates on there, but also live on WTOL 11 at 11 o'clock tonight. Appreciate you being with us. Everybody stay safe tomorrow morning, traveling out in some of the snow. Take care.